Welcome to Things You Don't Know. Today, we're going to box it up and blow it out with two different subjects in one podcast. The subjects are things we take for granted and give little thought to their origins. Hey, from time to time, everyone wants a good blow.
Whoa, you can't say that.
Relax, relax. I'm talking about fans. Sometimes getting into a box totally consumes your thoughts, such as when you get a present or something in the mail. So let's start by taking a look at the history and multiple uses of fans. But don't worry, we'll tear into the boxes afterwards.
The history of fans is a fascinating journey that spans thousands of years, evolving from simple handheld tools to complex electrically powered devices. Here's an overview of the development of fans throughout history.
Fans are very ancient. They date back to Egypt, China, and India, somewhere between 3000 and 500 BC. Can't be totally sure. I think it's more like 3000, though. Anyhow, handheld fans, they've been used for millennia in hot climates. In ancient Egypt, fans made of palm leaves or feathers were used for cooling, ceremonial purposes, and even symbols of power. There have been times when I thought, sitting in my chair, how nice it would be to have a bunch of really attractive ladies with those big fans kind of fanning you. And, you know, yeah, that sounds like a cool idea to me. Anyhow, the Chinese and Indians also had early fans made from bamboo, silk, or feathers. These early fans were often elaborately decorated and were a sign of wealth and status.
They certainly were. Now, Japan is credited with inventing the folding fan, which they called a sensu ogi. That fan was portable and widely used across East Asia. It really became an art form as well as you said, as a status symbol with intricate designs and cultural significance. These fans were not only practical, but also carried symbolic meanings, especially in rituals and performances.
Yeah, they had some really pretty and interesting ways of using fans and things that they would do with them. It really very, very lovely to look at. Anyhow, the punka was a large handheld and hand operated fan used in India, especially in palaces and wealthy households. These were often fixed fans that were manually swung back and forth to create a breeze. These were often fixed fans. Oh, Jesus. By the 18th century, during the British colonial era, punkah fans were common in British colonial buildings operated by servants called punkahwallas.
If you're interested in learning more about the punkah, Orwell's first novel, Burmese Days, talks about that a lot. The Industrial Revolution led to great innovations in airflow and in cooling technology. The first mechanical fans were powered by water wheels or steam. These early fans were primarily used in mines as well as industrial settings to improve ventilation and reduce the heat. Desiguler, a British scientist and engineer, created one of the first documented mechanical fans for use in mines to improve ventilation. Now, this invention marked a real turning point in fan technology by introducing mechanical power.
The advent of electricity in the late 19th century revolutionized fan technology. In 1882, Schuler Wheeler, an American engineer, invented the first electric fan. This fan used an electric motor to rotate blades, producing a steady breeze. Early electric fans were heavy, often made from metal, and were marketed to industrial and domestic users alike. In the 1890s, Emerson was among the first companies to commercialize electric fans in the US. Over time, these fans became more affordable and began to appear in homes and offices.
By the 30s and 40s, electric fan designs started becoming more compact, with the introductions of fans that were encased in protective metal or in plastic grills. These were the precursors to modern box fans. Boxes can be fun and comforting. The box design provided more stability and allowed for larger blades that could move more air more efficiently. Companies like Westinghouse and General Electric started offering box fans that could be placed in windows, helping ventilate rooms. After World War II, there was a surge in consumer goods, including home appliances. Box fans became a very common household item during this period. Plastic materials started being incorporated into fan designs, making them both lighter and more affordable. Window mounted box fans were very popular in homes that didn't have air conditioning, as they could pull cooler air into rooms. During the 70s and 80s, improvements in manufacturing made box fans even more affordable and more accessible. Fans became lighter, quieter, and more energy efficient. Companies like Lasco, which still dominates this market, introduced fans with adjustable speeds and more durable plastic grills.
Today, box fans are a staple for affordable cooling solutions. While their design has remained relatively unchanged, improvements in energy efficiency, quieter motors, and safety features have continued. Many modern box fans are also marketed as eco-friendly and portable solutions for air circulation in homes and offices. And just an interesting little aside here. You may or may not have ever heard of a Florida air conditioning, which is a system that has been in use for a long, long time before modern air conditioning was happening, where there was a fall of water and a fan that pushed the air through the waterfall, thus dehumidifying and cooling a room. And they can be very efficient, even in the heat of a Florida summer. I know, I've been there, done it. Now, with the spread of electricity, electric fans became more widespread in the early 20th centuries. Companies like General Electric, Westinghouse, and AEG in Germany began mass producing fans, improving their design for better airflow and safety.
In the 20s and 30s, fans that were oscillating, that's a fan that rotates back and forth, were introduced, improving air distribution. And by the mid 20th century, as we said, innovations in materials like plastic allowed for lighter and more affordable fans. Now, ceiling fans were first introduced in the late 19th century, and they were powered by water and sometimes steam. By the 1920s, electric-powered ceiling fans became very popular in the United States and in other hot climates, and they were very useful in areas that didn't have air conditioning.
By the late 20th century, fans became more energy efficient, quieter, and more aesthetically pleasing. Designers began creating fans that were not just functional, but also stylish. By the 21st century, fans evolved with the introduction of smart technology and bladeless designs. The, the Dyson Air Multiplier, which was introduced in 2009, is a bladeless fan. Yeah, bladeless. There are no fan blades that uses airfoil technology to create smooth airflow without visible blades. Modern smart fans can be controlled via apps or voice commands and are designed to be more energy efficient.
The invention of internal combustion engines led to a need for cooling systems. Early radiator fans were mechanically driven directly by the engine's belt, which is assuring the engine didn't overheat. Cars became more powerful. Radiator fans evolved in size and efficiency. Fans with multiple blades made of steel or aluminum were very common. The rise of front-wheel cars and transverse engines prompted the switch to electric radiator fans. These fans only operated when needed, improving fuel efficiency and engine performance. Today, radiator fans are typically electric, controlled by the engine's temperature sensor. They feature plastic blades for a lighter weight and reduced noise.
Yeah, and that was quite an advancement in automobiles. In the 1920s and 1930s, the development of mechanical ventilation systems brought the use of exhaust fans to kitchens, bathrooms, and industrial settings. These fans removed smoke, steam, and odors. Any restaurant kitchen has them. Most home kitchens have some form of them. Very important. In the mid 20th century, commercial and industrial exhaust fans became more common with advancements in motor technology. Exhaust fans are now energy efficient and quieter, with modern designs including humidity sensors for automatic operation in bathrooms and kitchens too. In the early 1900s, fans were used in factories and large buildings. Blower fans were developed to move large volumes of air through ducts for heating, ventilation, and cooling. This same technology is used for home air conditioning. In the mid 20th century, the introduction of air conditioning systems saw a rise in the use of blower fans for distributing conditioned air. In modern times, blower fans are now integral to HVAC, that's heating and air conditioning systems, in industrial applications and homes, with designs focused on efficiency, noise reduction, and compactness.
Now, let's tear into some boxes and see what hidden nuggets of history we can find. The history of cardboard boxes is intertwined with the rise of modern packaging, shipping, and retail, playing a vital role in both global commerce and daily life.
The first recorded packaging took place yesterday? No, try 8,000 years ago in northern Georgia, not the state, the country. The ancient Georgians were using large beeswax coated earthenware vessels called kaveri as early as 6,000 BC. Like, that's a wow, man. In the Middle Ages, Europeans began using wooden barrels for storing food. Barrels were filled with different types of food, such as vegetables, fruits, grains, and meat products. Wine, oil, and other goods were also stored in barrels. Paper packaging first became popular in the what? The 16th century. Yepers. At this time, Europeans were beginning to colonize new areas of the world, and they needed a way to transport food and other goods. Paper was a natural choice for packaging because it was lightweight and easy to transport.
One of the earliest examples of glass packaging is a wine bottle from France. It was found dated back to the 1560s. The bottle was made out of glass and had a wooden cork inside it. Wine could easily be poured into the bottle by using the cork as a stopper. See our canning podcast to learn more about how Napoleon's army developed food storage in the 19th century. This bottle, probably a version of the so-called hanging leather pilgrim flask used during journeys, would have been used to cool wine in a larger container of water. Although few have survived, was presumably quite a commonly seen form at one time. The arms with a shield on the side of the bottle are those of Enrique of Aragon Sorbet, the Lord of Paterna, or of his son Alfonso, who succeeded him as Lord of Paterna in 1560.
In the 18th century, paper packaging began to be used for other types of products as well. One example is a paper package that was used to store tobacco. This package was made out of paper and had a wire frame inside it. Tobacco could be easily stored and smoked later. I think that was kind of a precursor of the modern pack of cigarettes, which is made out of paper too. Interesting. Plastic packaging first became popular in the 1950s. At this time, plastic was a new type of material that was being developed. Plastic was light resistant, increased the shelf life, and could be easily molded into different shapes. One of the earliest examples of plastic packaging is a milk bottle from France that was found dating back to the 1850s. Wow. The bottle was made out of glass and had a window on top. Milk could be easily poured into the bottle by using the glass window as a stopper. In the 1960s, plastic began to be used for other types of products as well. One example is a plastic package that was used to store frozen food. This package was made out of plastic and had a wire frame inside it. Sounds a little bit complex, huh? Frozen food could be easily stored in that package.
As technology has advanced, so is the way packaging is delivered to consumers. In recent years, there has been a growing trend toward paperless packaging. One example of paperless packaging is packages that are delivered to consumers through an app. One example of an app that delivers packages is Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime offers customers the ability to order items from local stores and have them delivered to their home within minutes. I think I've ordered every book on their list by now.
You probably have. From ancient times to the present, people have been packaging and shipping products. The development of boxes and containers has come a long way, from simple handmade containers to modern industrial packing machines. Container design changed significantly with the development of industrialized production in the 19th century. Prior to this time, products were typically produced in small quantities and were not packaged for shipment or sale. As a result, most containers were designed specifically for these purposes. The first commercially successful shipping container was invented by Sir William Parry in 1852. This container was made from wood and could hold up to 20 tons of cargo, a little bit more than what you want to have delivered to your door, I would think. However, it was not until 1925 that the first steel shipping container was developed by George Steers. This container revolutionized shipping because it reduced the amount of cargo that needed to be transported on ships, making them much faster and more efficient.
Development of modern industrial packaging machines has really been a boon. It's allowed manufacturers to produce even more innovative packaging designs than ever before. Today, packaging machines can produce nearly any type of packaging imaginable, from boxes and bottles to blister packs and cartons. As the world continues to become more industrialized, it is very likely that container design will continue to evolve in order to meet the needs of today's customers. We can expect to see even more innovative and efficient packaging designs in the future as manufacturers strive to provide the best possible service to their customers.
The modern era of packaging began in the 1800s when merchants started wrapping products in paper and then sealing them with wax or cork. The modern era of packaging continued into the 20th century when plastics were invented and became popular because they were strong, durable, and easy to manufacture. In the early 21st century, new materials such as bioplastic and carbon fiber began to be developed as alternatives to traditional plastic packaging material. Modern packaging continues to develop, and we are likely to see even more innovation and unique packaging designs in the future. Now, let's kind of take a step backwards in time and review some specific innovations in packaging and box it up a bit better. Before the invention of cardboard, early civilizations used various materials, as we've talked about, such as leaves, wood, and cloth for packaging and storing. Paper was first invented in China. Guess when? Around 200 BC. However, it wasn't used for packaging for centuries. Wooden crates, barrels, and chests were the primary containers for transporting goods over long distances in Europe and the Americas during the Middle Ages and early modern period.
Now, the first paperboard box, which is also known as a cardboard box, was invented in 1817 in England by Sir Malcolm Thornhill. These boxes were made of a single sheet of stiff paperboard, which made them much lighter and cheaper than traditional wooden crates. Paperboard was a thick, very strong type of paper, often made from recycled materials or multiple layers of paper pulp pressed tightly together. This invention marked the beginning of lightweight, more affordable packaging options.
Another type of paper box is the corrugated paper box, which was patented in England in 1856 by Edward Allen and Edward Healy, the Edwards. It was initially used as a liner for men's tall hats to provide extra stiffness. Corrugated paper consists of fluted or ridged paper sandwiched between two flat layers, giving it strength and shock resistance. However, at that time, it wasn't yet used for packaging. In 1871, Albert Jones of New York patented the first use of single-sided corrugated cardboard for packaging, primarily used for wrapping bottles in glass lantern chimneys to protect them during shipment. In 1890, Robert Gare, a Scottish-born printer and paper bag manufacturer, invented the pre-cut cardboard box. Gare discovered that by cutting and creasing a cardboard sheet in a single operation, he could mass produce foldable boxes. This invention was revolutionary for the packaging industry.
The mass production of corrugated cardboard boxes took off in the early 20th century, coinciding with the rise of consumer goods and retail. With the development of assembly line production and the growth of industries like food processing, appliances, and retail, the demand for lightweight, cost-effective, and yet durable packaging solutions skyrocketed. Corrugated cardboard boxes became the standard packaging material due to their strength, their light weight, and their recyclability. These were ideal for shipping on a variety of goods from perishables to industrial products. During both World Wars, cardboard boxes played an essential role in shipping military supplies, medical equipment, and rations. Cardboard packaging was easy to produce, transport, and dispose of, making it a practical solution during wartime. As global trade expanded after World War II, the demand for reliable shipping containers surged even further. Cardboard boxes became the go-to solution for moving goods across countries and even across continents.
In the 1950s and 1960s, the rise of supermarkets and department stores increased the demand for efficient, cost-effective packaging that could hold a wide range of consumer goods. Cardboard boxes were increasingly used for everything from cereal and canned goods to electronics and toys, you name it. They can ship it in a box. The introduction of color printing on cardboard boxes during this time also allowed companies to use them for branding and marketing, turning simple packaging into an advertising tool. The cardboard box became a key part of the consumer experience.
As environmental awareness grew in the late 20th century, cardboard became a focus of recycling efforts. Corrugated cardboard is easily recyclable. Many countries establish recycling programs to reduce waste. At the same time, manufacturers improved the design of the cardboard boxes, making them stronger, more customizable, and more lightweight. Single-layer cardboard boxes were replaced by double or even triple layers for greater durability.
The explosion of e-commerce in the 21st century has greatly increased the use of cardboard boxes. Companies like Amazon, which rely on shipping directly to customers, have driven an unprecedented demand for corrugated boxes. Boxes are now designed for efficiency with features like self-locking flaps and tearaway strips for easy opening. Sometimes I find those easy opening things not so easy.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but great idea. Sustainability also continues to be a focus, with innovations like biodegradability and reusable cardboard packaging being developed in response to growing environmental concerns.
Today, cardboard boxes are ubiquitous, playing a role in almost every aspect of shipping and commerce. With increased focus, as we've said, on sustainability, there's a push to use recycled materials, minimize waste. Companies are working to design more eco-friendly packaging, including cardboard boxes made from sustainable sources and designed for easy recycling or reuse. Innovative uses of cardboard have also emerged, from furniture and art installations, even to makeshift shelters and playgrounds.
Wow, makeshift shelters. Interesting. I think we've heated everyone up with boxes and cooled everyone down with fans. They are everywhere. So next time you see a nice box delivered to your doorstep or cool off with a fan or air conditioner, think of this podcast, or maybe just wow your friends with box and fan trivia. I hope you've enjoyed this opening of boxes and blows from fans. Come back soon for more topics. Hey, bye for now. Come back soon.
Give us a like and a comment, friends. And remember, the next time you get a box, keep it so your children or your pets can play in it. Bye for now.